Hi, this is Chris Widener, and I'm the president of Made for Success. I'd like to thank you for purchasing this audio program, but even more, I'd like to congratulate you for taking your personal growth and development seriously. The fact that you're listening to this CD program shows that you are in the top 10% of people in our country, and if you apply the information, you'll catapult yourself into the top 1%. In just a moment, the audio program will begin, but I want to encourage you to listen after the message to find out how to get another audio program free of charge at my website, www.chriswidener.com. At chriswidener.com, we have even more fantastic resources to help you in your journey of personal growth, including articles, audio programs, books, MP3s, and a free newsletter. As a professional speaker, I've spoken to such groups as Cisco Systems, General Electric, and students at the Harvard Business School. Now it's our turn to spend some time together on a journey of personal development. So let's get to it. I've actually brought in a good friend of mine who is going to be interviewing me and helping me discuss the issues surrounding this idea of influence and how to become a better influencer. His name's Wayne Haverly. Wayne Haverly is a television news anchor and consumer investigator in Seattle, Washington. Wayne has been chasing after stories in TV news for over 20 years. His investigative reporting has helped put con artists behind bars, led to changes in the law, and has recovered millions of dollars for viewers who were ripped off by scams. Wayne has also reported live from natural disasters such as major hurricanes, deadly tornadoes, and devastating wildfires. Wayne's standards of excellence are proven in that he has won several Emmy Awards for his broadcast journalism. His inquisitive mind, passion for the truth, and combined with his affable personality enable him to get to the real issues. Best of all, Wayne is an all-around great guy and a very good friend of mine. Wayne, thanks for being with us today and joining us on this audio program.
Well, thanks for having me, Chris. I appreciate that. Now everyone knows a little bit about me, but what about you? I mean, let's get started, and can you just explain a little bit about yourself, your background, and what people are going to learn from this?
Sure. You know, it's interesting. A couple of years ago, a friend of mine said to me, you know, what is your greatest strength? Do you know what your greatest strength is? And I said, well, I think it's probably talking. You know, that's something I've always been pretty good at. I've always had the gift of gab. And he said something interesting to me. This was before I was doing Secrets of Influence seminars and keynotes and that type of thing. And he said, I think it's your ability to influence people and to engage with people and influence them. So it really got me to thinking about what it is that I do. And I had never really had a strategy for it. I mean, I wasn't like, okay, now I'm going to influence people. But I started thinking back over my life and how my life started versus where it is today. And so I wanted to give the listeners just an idea of where I came from and what my life was like and how by applying the secrets of influence, it's enabled me to live the life that I really enjoy right now. Started out when I was 4 years old. My dad died. Sort of 6 months. They gave him 6 months, said, you're going to die, go home, enjoy your last few months here of life. He died. We were living quite a pretty good life at that time. My dad in 1969 made $90,000, which is pretty good money still today, but back in 1969 it was really good money. We were living in a big country club and driving Cadillacs, and you know, back then that was the epitome of the luxury car. There wasn't a whole lot of competitors to Cadillac back then. And so within just a number of months, 9 months or so, we went from living very upper class to lower middle class. And then over the course of the next few years, obviously, you know, it doesn't happen to every kid, but a lot of kids will become angry and bitter because they don't have a dad, and that's what happened to me. I got angry and bitter and frustrated, and we were living sort of not this life that we had been accustomed to. We were living more of a lower middle class life, and I guess I got so bad or so out of control that my mom sent me to live with my Aunt Rochelle and my Uncle Paul. And my Uncle Paul was a log truck driver. My Aunt Rochelle was a bus driver, and her nickname was Sarge. And so my mom figured that she was going to send me off, and I was going to live with my Aunt Rochelle and my Uncle Paul out in North Bend, Washington, this log truck community, you know, logging community, and they were going to whip me into shape. Well, about a year and a half later, I guess I'd kind of whipped them into shape, and they shipped me back to live with my mom. So, really was kind of continuing on in my life. Got involved in drugs and alcohol at an early age, 6th grade. 7th grade, I was smoking pot a lot, pretty much every day.
7th grade?
7th grade, yeah. And then 8th grade, I smoked opium for the first time. And, you know, I had a couple of different jobs. I had one legitimate job. I was a ball boy for the Seattle Supersonics. But then I also scalped tickets, not for the Sonics, but scalped tickets for other sporting events. And then I bet the ponies at the old Long Acres racetrack. It's now Emerald Downs. But, you know, definitely not what you want.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?